What's up, everybody? It's Kelsee Briana J here with a review and wear test using the new Tarte Face Tape Foundation. So I picked this up at Ulta. This is a brand new foundation. They've done away with the other foundations that they did last year, and this one is a new launch. So let's go ahead and jump into the details of it, and that way we can get into the demonstration. So here's the actual foundation. The packaging is very reminiscent of Shape Tape. This one is called the Face Tape. That's kind of tricky wordplay, so I'm gonna have to remember that this is Face Tape. Face Tape. It retails for $39. There's 1.01 fluid ounces of product in this foundation, the standard amount. And this foundation does come with a pump. So the description of this foundation says, inspired by Tarte's iconic Shape Tape concealer, this long-wearing full coverage foundation mattifies, hydrates, and brightens your appearance. They've bottled up your skin smoothing filters and selfie settings and Instagram feedback to create the foundation of your dreams. Plus, this foundation comes in 50 shades with 5 undertones. I have the color 37G medium tan golden, and I was going back and forth between a few of the shades. Anytime a foundation or any products has 50 different choices, most of the time you can wear a few of the shades, so I settled on this one. But this foundation claims to be long wearing and it wears for 12 hours. Full coverage, but yet hydrating at the same time. It says that it's transfer proof, waterproof, and sweat proof to keep you flawless through work and play. It also says it has snow mushroom extract, apple fruit extract, like apple juice, and hyaluronic acid, which smooths your skin's appearance. But as you all can see, I have this foundation on right now. It is a full coverage foundation. I did not use the Shape Tape concealer with it. I didn't even really think about that until right now, but hey. But let's go ahead and jump into the demonstration, and that way you all can see how this foundation applies. Enjoy. Alright guys, so I've already been filming today, so I have a little bit of concealer right underneath my eyes and right around my brows. Not a lot. So I'm going to go ahead and go in with my foundation. 2 pumps that I squirted out, and I'm going to take my iikon Pro blending sponge and really buff this foundation in. So I'm just going to go in with it. I didn't take all of it. I still have a little bit left for if I need to go back in over certain areas. But I'm just going to go all over the face and apply this bad boy. Honestly, I probably don't even need 2 pumps of this because this is a lot of coverage. 2 pumps actually is probably a lot, especially if you don't have anything really to cover. I think this color goes on very golden like, and then it dries down and it looks more neutral, but initially going on it's very yellow. So with me, my initial color takes a minute to kind of warm up and really come down from that yellowness. So I think it looks okay initially. I'm just going to keep pressing it in just to really melt this foundation in and make it become one with my skin. Like I said, there's a lot of coverage here. I still have a little bit left over. This is probably half a pump still on my Petri dish that I just don't feel like I need. I've let the foundation sort of marinate on my face for maybe 5 minutes. And this is what it looks like now. More neutral. Can you all tell the difference? It looks more skin-like and not as yellow. So that initial color on me is kind of stark and I'm like, oh, wait a minute. But it definitely reacts to the temperature of my body and it neutralizes on its own, which I think that's kind of cool. I feel like this is a good amount of coverage. It feels lightweight on the skin, but yeah, it's very full coverage. It does not feel dry at all. So I'm going to go ahead and add my concealer and a little bit of bronzer and all that good stuff on top. And I'll let you guys see what everything looks like on top of this foundation and how it plays with other products and all that. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I have everything all together. It's full coverage for sure. I definitely set it with a little bit of my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish, just a little bit, just to make sure that it's not tacky feeling, because this foundation does have a little bit of that tack to it. It sets down, but I don't know, it almost feels like a gel almost. But to ensure that it does not move around, I set it with my powder, but everything else on top of it looks really pretty. My concealer, my under eye setting powder, the bronzer, highlighting, all that, everything went on very smoothly, nothing skipped. I feel like this foundation didn't dry around any of my breakouts that I have on my face right now, and it gave me a lot of coverage as you guys saw, but it doesn't feel heavy. So I'm going to continue wearing this foundation around for 8 hours, and I will do 2-hour check-ins and let you guys see the progress of everything. But I will come back in 2 hours and let you guys see what everything looks like. But for right now, I'm about to go to Chick-fil-A. Alright, so I am back for my 2-hour check-in, and in case anybody was wondering, my Chick-fil-A was delicious. So, update on the foundation. I think it still looks really good. I feel like it's wearing very well. I actually like it better now than I did when I first applied it. And that's because I feel like a little bit of my natural oils are breaking through. And I feel like this foundation is handling that very well. It looks kind of glowy. It's not like it looks matte at first though. It definitely was full coverage. Almost was like a semi-matte, but it was like a gel. It was a very interesting finish for the foundation. I don't think I have another foundation that quite finishes like this one, but I think I like it more now, and especially since the color has really fused with my complexion and it's not as yellow. So I don't really have any oils breaking through on my T-zone area, which sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. The real test comes in at the 4-hour mark, and that's when it's really settled in and you guys can really see a difference. So I'll check back in 2 more hours and I'll let you all see everything. It's time for my 4-hour check-in, and as you guys can see, the foundation does look a lot different than it did at the 2-hour check-in. So does my hair. I can't take it. But anyways, I think my foundation looks good still. It still looks good. It's not matte or anything like that. It has like a natural glow, but it's even. I feel like I'm glowing the same way from here to here and here to here. It's not an area where the glow is more prevalent than others. I feel like it looks the same all over. I still have coverage all over. I don't feel like the color has changed too much from when I initially applied it. Overall, I think it looks good. I think it looks a little bit better the longer that I'm wearing it, but it's just a more makeup-y look. So if you want a more dramatic look, I feel like you're gonna get it with this foundation. I will check back in 2 more hours and update you all then. So I'm back for my 6-hour check-in, and I think my foundation looks a little bit more lived in, a little bit more loved, if you will, and I think it looks a little bit dewier, but it overall looks good still. Like, I would still feel comfortable if I had to go out with my foundation looking like this, because I feel like it overall just looks even, which is the most interesting part. It's not overly oily in one particular area. It just overall has a nice glow to it. But I have one more check-in to do. It's just not enough hours in the day. Oh my goodness. My homework took me way longer than I thought it was going to. I still need to wash my hair, and I'm going to edit a video. And I'm also going to cook dinner. So that's probably going to take me 2 more hours. So I probably will end up washing my hair after this video. But, oh Lord, this. Oh Lord. I got to fix it. All right. I'll be back in 2 more hours. So it's been 8 hours. It's been a long 8 hours. I've done a lot today, and I'm finally ready to come on and give you guys my final thoughts on this foundation. I think it looks good at the end of the day. I like the way that it wore throughout the day. I definitely feel like it has longevity to it. The foundation didn't get oily. It didn't separate. I feel like it's all still on my face. I don't have weird patches. I don't feel like it's scoopy or anything like that. I don't feel like I want to just go run and wash it off my face. I actually still don't feel it. So as far as the formulation of the foundation, I think it's good. I think it feels nice. The way that it looks though, it's a bit heavy for me. So I would definitely go in with a lot less. And by a lot less, I mean a lot less next time I wear it, just because 2 pumps is a lot. I think 1 pump is enough for my entire face, for my personal amount of coverage that I like to have on a regular basis. Maybe for photo shoots or something like that, maybe you can amp it up and do 2 pumps, but for me, that's a lot. So 1 is satisfactory, and it covers up everything. Like, you do not have to keep going over this foundation a lot. It doesn't dry out any bumps that you may have on your face, which I really hate when foundations do that. It just went along and minded its business. So it didn't really give me any issues in that realm. But the only thing that I don't like about this foundation is the color. I feel like this is a little bit too golden. Like I said, I made it work with letting it settle and putting powders and bronzers and all that stuff to even it out. But by itself, this color is a little bit too golden. And then I was looking at the next color, and it was a little bit too dark and too neutral. I need something in the middle. Since it's so many shades, you shouldn't really have too big of an issue finding a color that works for you. But for me, as a middle grounder, a lot of times colors just have too much of something in them. A lot of times it's that they're too orange, they're too yellow, they're too dark, too something. And this one isn't perfect, but it's okay. I think that it has good formulation, but just know what you're getting into. It does look heavier. It definitely gives you the makeup look. So Instagram girls, here's your foundation. Other than that, I think it's decent. It's not going to be something that I wear all the time. I think it looks good on camera. So for days when I know I need to look flawless, maybe this might be my go-to on camera. But for every day, it's a little bit much for me. But let me know what you all think about it down in the comment section. Have you all tried this foundation? It is being sold exclusively at Ulta. Let me know if you plan on picking it up. Let me know your thoughts on it. I look forward to reading you all's comments. And if you haven't already, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And let me know what products you want me to review next. Smooches. Bye.